Hello, good afternoon, amazing people. I hope you're doing great. Very excited to be back here as usual. Am I positioned well on TikTok? Let me fix that. Okay. So we're live. Hi everyone. We're live. I guess this is going to be our last live of the year 2022. Our last live video of the year. So join us. We're just going to be chatting today. I realize that you guys don't like the long technical legal discussions. So I just recorded a long video on something more technical for YouTube. And so we're going to be using our live sessions for more interactive, more shorter discussions so that you guys don't get too bored with all the legalese or the legal talk. So we are live on Instagram and we're live on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and on TikTok. So I'm very happy to come your way again. Fata Bet 847 says, my sweetheart is looking pretty beautiful. Chop kiss. Oh my gosh. You flatter me. Thank you so much. I appreciate your very kind words. The weather was freezing when I left the house, so I'm all bundled up. Okay, TikTokers. So tell me, guys, how has the year been so far with us? What have you enjoyed on this page? What have you wished to what did you expect that you did not receive? Please don't tell me you expected free legal advice, for me to be. Sometimes I get people, they will email or text and they're upset. They're like, look, I'm looking for the lawyer. Can I talk to her now? They don't realize that, I'm in meetings all day, back to back to back with clients, with people who have actually, retained us. So I'm not available to answer calls, I'm not the one responding to messages. And, so sometimes you're asking legal advice from the people who are responding to all our social media messages and our telephones. They don't have the answers for you. Okay. So, you should understand that I'm not, available 24/7. My time is very, very, very limited. So, we have to be able to, and we're a for-profit law firm. Guys, let me tell you, it's my heart desire. I would love to start a non-profit section of my law firm where I'm giving out, we're doing even low bono or pro bono or free legal services for immigrants who are really in problems and very dire financial situations. When we have grants of $1 million, $500,000, we can actually offer those services. But at this time, we don't have that at all. So, it's a for-profit business. So again, we have to make sure that we're maximizing our time and spending, just making sure that we remain profitable to serve immigrants who need our help. Okay. Abna Sugar Trust on Instagram said, it's been so good by his grace. I have learned a lot on your page. Bless you, lawyer. That's wonderful, Abna. I'm very glad you have. Guys, drop me your comments. Abna says on Instagram, says, best lawyer. Hi, Abna. Thanks a lot for your continued support. I don't know how you don't get tired, but stay amazing. Essence Golden on Instagram says, hello, gorgeous lady. Hi, thanks a lot for joining. Guys, drop me your comments, your feedback. Like, we want to get better. Next year, we're coming with a whole lot of things. Like, it's going to be bombastic. So make sure you're tuned in, you've liked our page, all our pages across social media, so that you don't miss our our updates and our videos. Icon Facebook says, is ACP benefits a charge rule 2022? So I just recorded a long video explaining a lot of this, the public charge rule. It should be uploaded on YouTube within the next maybe 48 hours by my team. So make sure you check out our social media. I mean, our YouTube. Our YouTube is AK. You search AK Poku Law or American Immigration TV, and you'll find all our videos. I've just gone into detail discussing the public charge rule 2022, the final rule. Okay. Amos Banahine says on Facebook, says, I have an H1B interview. Any guidelines? What do you mean? Are you going? As for the interviews, it just depends. You see, as for an interview, yeah, that generally, you know, the general things they could ask you during your interview. But again, a lot of the questions are tailored to you specifically. I have my How to Win Your US Immigration Interview Every Time. Maybe you can pick some nuggets from that. It's free on our website, akpokulaw.com. Perhaps you could, you could review it before your interview, and maybe that could help. Okay, guys, tell me, what are you guys anticipating on TikTok? Francis Inkwa 355 says, how are you? I'm doing good. How are you too? Okay. All right, guys. So today I was reviewing, I think I shared it on my TikTok. We'll repost it later, but just something really shocking. CNN, just this, well, this was yesterday, posted that currently the backlog, especially in US immigration, very concerning. There are currently nearly 1.6 million asylum applications that are pending in US immigration courts and U.S.A. 1.6 million asylum applications. That's huge. And that number is like the highest number on record. Okay, so please, let's go a little more into details. There's actually, I believe, about almost 800,000 applications, asylum applications in immigration court, and the rest are with U.S.A. So if you qualify for any benefits, please make sure you file your application as soon as possible to avoid this whole, like, the huge backlog. Okay, so that's for your information. You guys drop me your questions and your comments, and let me respond. Ishiraba Nanajwa on Instagram says, you are so gorgeous. Oh my goodness, that's so kind of you. I really appreciate your very sweet words. Ohimaya Brago says, can you enlighten us more on EB2 and EB3? Yes, Ohima on Instagram. I will. EB2, I think I should do a session on EB2, and then we'll do another one on EB3, the employment-based types of visa application. But pretty much we can, EB2, employment-based preference category. Second preference, one of my favorites is the national interest waiver, where, according to the matter of data, you can prove to the US government that you have an endeavor that has such substantial merit and national importance, and that you, the applicant, you're well positioned to advance that endeavor. And number three, you have the skills. Well, it's in the interest of the US to actually waive a job offer and labor certification. And this is really good for people who have advanced degrees and who, for example, have an endeavor that will benefit the US. It's in the US, in the interest of the United States, to let them not have a job offer or labor certification. So, it's a little bit more complex, but that's the overview. So if you have a PhD in STEM, if you have a PhD, if you have some type of master's, and you feel like your skills will help the US, will impact the United States on a global level, or even on a national level, then you should be applying for that type of visa. EB3, we'll talk about that. Also 3 categories. I think I should make some time to do that. The thing is, a lot of my clients, or the people that need help, I see that it's more with family immigration, so we focus a lot more on that. But yeah, we should certainly be doing a lot more discussions on EB1s and EB2s and EB3s within the coming year. So Hima, thanks a lot for that. I'll take a look at then we'll see how best we can educate you guys, or just do more discussions on those things. Lovely Nature says, hi, how are you doing? I want to apply for a scholarship in the US and I want to join the Army in future. Any guidelines for both? I've discussed applying for scholarship, I think, in our last live video. So please watch it. And now Kyle on Instagram says, how long does it take feedback for you mean I-485 and after one I-130 approval notice. Now, Kylie, was that an adjustment of status application? It just depends. Sometimes after that, if you didn't file them concurrently, right? So if you're filing the I-130, you can file the I-130 concurrently with the I-485 if you are, if your party date is current, or if you're in the immediate relative category. For some people, they can do the concurrent filing. For some other people, they have to file the I-130 first. The I-130 establishes the relationship between the petitioner and the beneficiary, and the I-485 you can do after the I-130 is approved. The I-485 actually has to do with your, green card application. So sometimes if you do the concurrent filing, it just really depends on which service center got your application, and just the how backlogged that center is. So, a concurrent filing, it could take less than 2 years, maybe a year. I think less than 2 years is even a stretch. Maybe like a year and a half, thereabout. um if you've gotten an I-130 approval notice and you've now submitted your I-485, it could also take maybe a year, maybe less, maybe more. That the I-485, you'll be called in for an interview, unlike the I-130 where you're not called in for an interview. Okay, so generally maybe a year for if you're doing a two-step process. The second part could take, like after the first part is approved, it could take a year or less. It's just very hard to tell. As I tell people, even if you called USCIS this afternoon, you tell them, "Hi USCIS, my name is Niall Kindly. How long will my I-485 take?" They can just give you general overviews. They can't really tell you how long yours will take. So, and those generalities don't always apply. So, Ohima Brago says, how can you know if you qualify for EB2 or EB3 if you're in the US and you're out of status? Generally, if you are out of status, you can get approved for the EB2, EB3, but then the adjustment of status will be a problem, because normally to adjust your status, you should be in status. Of course, there are some exceptions. Make sure you see a lawyer and get a consultation for this type of issue. That's a problem right there. So you don't want to be on Instagram trying to get that, will not help you. Okay. Eskin White says, hello boss, please, we sent you an email. Oh yeah, you did. My assistants do the review of those emails, so please shoot us a DM and tell us your email address, and then maybe they can pull that up again and then see, and then or you can resend it to us, and hopefully we'll be able to take a look. Or just make sure they haven't yet responded to you, because most likely they have responded to you already. Okay. Oh my gosh. On Facebook, someone says no sound. Tawheed Tijani says no sound. Facebookers, guys, drop me. In fact, TikTokers, Facebookers, YouTubers, everybody, drop me an emoji of type in 2022 in the chat box or in the comment section if you can hear me very well. Where it's almost the end of 2022, so let's pay homage to the year 2022. Drop 2022 if you can hear me. And then if you guys are not dropping, then that means you cannot hear me, because I thought you guys could hear me. Some people said they cannot hear me. Oh, now he says the sound is back. Please adjust your volume and stop giving us panic attacks right here. One time I recorded a video right here on Facebook, like for an entire how many minutes, before I realized that people could not hear me. Okay, yes, I see people on Instagram dropping 2022 sound check right there. TikTokers are dropping 2022 sound check. Okay, King Berry says we are clear 2022. And then on Facebook also looks like you guys can hear me, so it's fine. Okay, guys, so what do you want to see more of in 2023? Oh my goodness, 2023. It's interesting. The year has already come to an end. So I'm going to be seeing you guys, yeah, for the last time this year. And we're going to be meeting again in 2023. I can't wait to meet you guys again. Um, oh, okay. JJ Kwesi on Instagram says, can a B2 visa holder driver drive in in New York? I guess that's what you mean. So you see, when it comes to driving, like driving, each state is different. I believe I recorded a video on this subject matter sometime last year. It's on my YouTube. Like, are you a B2? It depends. Some states will allow B2 visa holders to drive, some states do not. I remember, I think Texas, if you're a B2 visa holder, you can drive in Texas or some there are certain states. I'll probably need to verify that information again, but check out my video. Some states also give undocumented immigrants driver's license to drive. So it just depends. Every all the 50 states have different rules for that. So you might want to check with the DMV in your area. Call the DMV in New York, driver and motor licensing vehicle or whatever. Call them and ask them specifically. I remember when I was coming, guys, when I was coming to the US, I went to the DVLA, that's what's called in Ghana, right? And I went to do my international license along with, and I had my local license, and I came here. Virginia, forget it. It didn't help. I don't think it helped me. It's been a long time, but I remember that I still had to take the exam, the driver's license exam, and I had to take the road test all over again. I don't think they considered the fact that I had this international driver's license, and I don't think it because I remember I checked and they were like, no, I can't use it. If the police arrest you, you're in trouble. So for Virginia, I don't believe it works, but call them and then do that verification. Someone says Justice Boyson on Facebook says, nice lecture, but I'm hoping you give us tips on B1, B2 visa interview. B1, B2 visa interview, I'm always talking about those ones. I have lots of videos. Please check out my YouTube and you'll be able to find those videos. Okay, so Shani Boo 90 says, good evening, beautiful. I got an immigration notice that my medical didn't complete and that I should bring it on the day of my interview, but they did set a date yet. Should I do my medical now? Um, it depends on you. Once it's signed, it's valid for I believe 2 years. So you can decide to wait until you're scheduled for the interview, then you do the medicals. But for some people, they're not able to find civil surgeons near them who have availability before their interview. So I don't know how packed it is in your area. So you might want to also do it and then wait once you're called for the interview, then you go. It depends on how long ago you submitted your application and the timelines and all that. So it's hard to say. How long, Bush K says, how long do you wait for your interview when your EAD is approved? Once your employment authorization document is approved, there's no timeline. It could be 8 months, 6 months, 5 months, normally less than a year, I would say generally. And then you could be called for an interview. Okay. Justice Boyson said 2022 checked. Okay. All right. Yes, we're already done with 2022. George says 100%. Okay, I guess that he could hear me clearly. Okay. All right, friends, this was just a very quick live, nothing too serious. I hope you guys have enjoyed this live video. Don't forget to like, follow our pages, subscribe to all our social media channels. Just search AK Poku Law on all social media channels and you'll find us there, and hit your like, your subscribe, your follow, drop us comments, share our posts, and do anything and everything you need to do to engage with our posts. Okay. All right, guys, I think we are going to be calling it a day Let me look at the calendar. I think we just have a few more days until 2022 is over. So if you don't see me again, I wish you a wonderful and a very strong finish to your year 2022. I hope that, we're able to achieve within these these last few days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost a week, right? Well, we're able to achieve all that we set our hearts to achieve this year. You still have a few more days left. So don't forget to finish strong, finish hard. And if you need a break, of course, rest, hopefully I will see you guys here in 2023. Thanks a lot for joining us. Thank you. I'm so sorry, guys. The questions are now coming in more and more. Well, let me try to answer these and then we'll call it a day. Nana Yadom says on Facebook, once you're under 21, they can still consider you under your parents. Yes, if your parents, you know, I did a video on this as well. If your parent is a green card holder and they're going to be a beneficiary, right? So wait, let me say this. If the petitioner, the person petitioning, is a green card holder, and then the other spouse is a beneficiary and there's a child under 21, then they can be considered as a derivative. But if the petitioner is a U.S. citizen, there are no derivatives. Okay, so that depends. Again, it depends. So that's not an absolute truth. You can you know that you'll be considered under a parents, and if you are 21 years old, it depends on the immigration status of the petitioner filing for you. Amos Banahene says, please, can a mistake on your DS-160 cost you at the interview? Absolutely, yes. If you made a mistake, once you get there, immediately notify the consular officer that you made a mistake here and you'd like to correct it. Don't wait until they draw your attention, because otherwise it's like, oh, so if we hadn't caught you, wouldn't have told us, you see. So you don't want to give them that false impression. So please, as soon as you get there, try to raise that problem and then let them know that there is a mistake on your DS-160 before they raise it. All right, guys. Certified blessed. How can I get U.S. citizenship for my son whose father is a U.S. citizen? It depends if the child automatically acquired the citizenship. Was he born before the father became a U.S. citizen or after the father became a U.S. citizen? There's derivation, there's automatic acquisition, and then there's naturalization to becoming a U.S. citizen. So it depends on when he was born, the timeline. Contact us and we'll be happy to do the legal calculation with you and then be able to help you. Okay. Brazil lawyer, how are you doing, girl? Hope all is well. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for joining us. We're very happy to have you here. Bye, guys. If I don't go, I'm going to be like rambling on and on. So please take care. Enjoy the rest of your year. Yeah, we just have a few more days. I'm very excited. Looking forward to the great things 2023 will offer. Please, we want to thank you. We want to give you all our thanks for supporting our law firm, supporting us through various ways, our posts, interacting with our posts, liking, sharing, and all of that. We really appreciate referring, your friends, referring us to your friends so that we can offer them immigration help. Okay, guys, take care. Bye.